Hey everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and look at all of this lusciousness, shabby chic stuff here. Woohoo! Today we're going to do a pouch, and this pouch is going to be made mostly for just hanging on a wall or a coat rack or something like that as decoration. Okay, because this is a no-sew little pouch. You guys have seen where I've made these small little pouches before. These I actually will use as these are necklaces, basically, or sashes, if you want to call them that. But I put generally a chain on these. Sometimes I use ribbon. It just kind of depends. I did find though that with the chain, I have worn this one, and with the chain it can get a little bit heavy if you've got stuff in it and if the fabrics are heavy. And this one I did with what do you call it? The thick fabric that you use on furniture. Well, I can't think of what it's called. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so it's heavy. And then with all of the additions that are on it, it makes it even heavier because I've got rhinestone dangles. I've got all kinds of pretty stuff on this. And I absolutely love this. I've gotten so many compliments on it. But this one's going to be a bigger one. And again, mostly for decoration. I suppose you could use it to go out. You wouldn't want to use it very often though, because again, it's going to be glued together. I am using Gorilla hot glue to do this, but it's going to be so pretty and so beautiful for decoration. It's just, I can't wait to get it done. I've got so many little extra things. I've bought a couple of things at work that I thought would go good to use on a pouch, but a lot of these things are things that I've made or that I've been inspired to make. I've got this little pearl lace bow. Isn't that cute? These are all from my handmade flower collection, and you know, I've been saving most of these pink ones to do something shabby chic that I wanted to be special. So I have saved a lot of these for that purpose, and I know some are going to get used today. These are a couple of my satin roses that I made that are absolutely gorgeous. What I do need to do is I do need to separate them out. I need to put a couple in my store and just sell them because I don't want them to sit around too long. But you know, I just know that as soon as I sell them, I'm going to come up with a project that I want to use them on. I've got all these beautiful laces, and you can see they've got sequins in them. This is sort of a mauve-y color, or a dusty rose. Aren't they beautiful? And they sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. And then I've got this one that's a little bit different color. This one kind of matches this flower. I thought that was really pretty together. So if I don't use this in here, I may end up doing a applique and using this rose and these pieces of lace. Look at how beautiful that'll be. And then add a few other things around it, because I do have a nice chunk of this that I can use. And this is the only flower of this color that I have. Now it would go good with these. I could combine them, but I really don't think I want to go as dark as that satin on this today. I want to keep it shabby chic, more in the pinks, beiges, and whites. So that's what I'm going to try and do. I did find some of my little flowers that I had cut off of my favorite lace. I have those here. I actually had them with this stuff because I've been holding on to this stuff waiting for the day that I was going to make the video. And then these two came from my other lace that I love so much, and I added a couple of my flowers to it. I'm guessing these will get used somewhere on this pouch today. And maybe some of the other little flowers. And there's another piece of that lace. And then these are some bows that I bought at work, and I just thought they were so pretty. They were actually in the little girls department, And you guys, I got these 3 of them for like $3.99. I couldn't believe it. I was like, those are the most interesting bows. Look at them. And they're super duper lightweight. They're beautiful. The color is very pale in this pink, super pale pink. And then we've got an ivory one. Isn't that gorgeous? And we've got this sage green, and I absolutely love this. And I thought, even if I did it in pinks, I can always add some sage green into it. And look at, I've got this flower that matches it absolutely perfectly. So I could use that sage green one in this if I wanted to. And then this is another one. This came with this one, and I think just a cream colored. Let me go grab it really fast, because the other ones are really pretty too. Okay. I bought a whole bunch of bows, you guys. So this one came with this lace one. I couldn't remember what it came with. So those are super pretty. And then these came together. It's got a cream colored one, and look at the ribbon on that one. So beautiful. And then we've got a blue one. We won't be using that today. And I'm not going to use this one because I just kind of felt like it was maybe a little too big. This one's big like that too, but it's so pretty. Look at that, you guys. It's so gorgeous. I've got to get this feather out of here because it's just showing up in the camera. And I know it's showed up in a couple of videos, and I've been meaning to take it down. But look at this. Is that not gorgeous? It's got like, it's almost like an, kind of like how the eyelash trim is. It's a little hairy, but it's got the sparkly thread in it. And oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. So I took that one out too, just in case. So I'm going to put all of my bows aside. And then I also took this out. This is a corner piece that Debbie sent me, or a collar piece actually. And this would be used usually like on a wedding dress or something, but Debbie sent it to me in some Happy Mail, and I thought, wow, that'd be really great on this pouch. So I did pull that out, and I figure it will probably hang from the bottom of the pouch. And then this is some rose trim that Deanna sent me, and I've been wanting to use this. Started to use it in a couple of projects and didn't, but I think today's the day that this is going to go into this pouch. Look at how beautiful it looks with that. I mean, it's just gorgeous. So this, I believe, is a for sure thing going in there. And then here's what I did. This is a piece of a sleeve from a shirt that I had purchased a while back. And I think I purchased it on Temu. Didn't love it and didn't want to send it back and do the whole return thing. So I cut it up to use in crafts because it was fairly cheap. And I thought, okay. But the sleeves had this great fabric on them. It's a like a fuzzy balls on a piece of, what do you call it? I can't even think. Gosh, you guys, I cannot think lately. I don't know what's wrong with me. But anyway, we've got that. And then I have some of this. This is fabric that I bought to do blankets in. And I thought this is going to be sort of the interior part. And you guys are going to die when you see how I'm going to use that. Because you're going to go, what? She's doing it all backwards. I'm not. I have a vision. And it's going to feel really backwards until I get to the point where you can see where I'm going with it. Let's flip that over. Okay. And I'm putting this piece of paper down here just to give some, different color behind here because this is too white and this stuff will absolutely get lost in it. So we're gonna put that on the background. Okay, so I had so many projects that I was thinking about doing today, you guys, and this is what I decided on. And another thing that I want to do, I don't know if you guys will remember, but Jeff made some of these wooden buttons. And I have not sold them. So I decided, these are the buttons. It says mothers are like buttons. They hold everything together. And they're so beautiful, you guys. I love, love, love these buttons. I had him make a bunch of them in wood, just regular wooden buttons, because I thought that was super cool. Well, I've had them for over a year now, and they haven't sold. So I thought, okay, what I need to do is I need to decorate these buttons. And so what I did was I took a couple of them and I painted them white. So this is one of them. And then I have one button. I had a couple of them, but I think I sold one or two of them. Las madres son como las botones. Mantienen todo unido. Okay, so this is in Spanish. I'm sorry, you guys, forgive my Spanish. It's not very good. But I wanted to do one in Spanish so that I had that option too. I only have one of those left. So I'm gonna, and I painted that one white as well. So I want to get those done. I want to do a video on that. So I was debating between that and this pouch, and I decided on the pouch because I've really, really been wanting to make this, and I had it all prepped and ready to go for a long time. And so here we go. So what we're going to do is, honest to goodness, this is going to be the inside of the pouch. Yes, it is. Yes, 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 it is. And I am going to, you know what? I'm going to go get a couple of bobby pins real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. First of all, what I'm going to do is I am going to read a quote. I almost forgot about this. And I like this one. I like it very much. It was one of the first ones I read this morning. Before you pray, believe. Before you speak, listen. Before you talk, think. Before you spend, earn. Before you quit, try. Before you die, live. You guys, that is so profound to me that I can't even tell you what that did to me when I read it this morning. I was like, it about brought tears to my eyes. It did bring tears to my eyes. And this is from, it just says the philosophy. So I think that is absolutely beautiful and very beautifully and wonderfully said. So I'm going to keep that one, and I may post that on my Facebook backdrop or something. I don't know. I love that so much. That's beautiful. So anyway, whew. Okay, what we're going to do, I'm folding this way. We're going to glue this side together on the inside. So that's the first thing that we're going to do. And I put these pins on because I don't want to glue up to this part here. And it looks like I kind of left felt like I kind of left one side longer than the other, but we're okay. This fabric is very forgiving and very stretchy, so we're all right. So I'm going to glue right up to that line. So let's just go ahead because we want to get this part done and get moving on down the road, because I want to get to the embellishing part. So I'm just going to take and press it Ouch, I just burned myself. Press it, press it, press it, so that everything is stuck together. And then when I'm done doing this, I will check the inside to make sure that I got the entire thing glued. And I do like to give it a little bit of time to actually dry before I start messing with it. And you guys have seen me do these pouches before. I always do no-sew pouches. I just like to give people an idea of what you can do if you don't sew and you just have a glue gun and you just want to do something simple and fun. This is simple and fun and beautiful when you're done, and even if you're not going to use it, it's great for decoration in your bedroom or your bathroom or somewhere like that where you can hang it on something and just display it. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take my bobby pins off because I'm happy with what they did for me. Good work, bobby pins. I'm going to put those aside here. And it's still a little bit warm. I want to feel the inside here and see if I can feel any holes anywhere. And it feels like I feel one right here. Maybe not. No, my finger's not coming through. It just was a little bit of maybe a little crooked line, but that's okay too if it's a little crooked on the inside there, because that fluffiness, the glue is capturing the fluff, and so it might, it might swerve a little bit or whatever, but that's okay. So that's what we've got so far. And again, this is the inside. Now I'm trying to remember, I want this to go on the outside of this. And I want these, of course, on the outside. So I've done this before. I used to sew, I used to make tote bags, but it's been so long since I've done it. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this way. Okay. Well, you guys, I'm confusing myself. Let's see, how do I want to do this? If I put this, hold on a second, you guys, I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I, for the life of me, cannot remember how I'm actually supposed to do this, so I'm going to do this another way. I'm going to take, this is going to be the bottom of the piece that's going on the outside. Okay, I'm going to sort of give it a hemline here. And of course I ran out of glue right at the last second there. Just like that. And I wish I didn't have to do it this way, but I can't remember how it's supposed to be done. I'm going to flip it right side out. Fix our corners there. So that's what we've got on the outside. And it's hemmed, which is not what it's supposed to be like, but if I do this, see if I do this. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue this. I'm going to literally glue this to the bottom part of what's going to be the outside of this. Oh gosh, you guys, I hope this works. I'm getting creative here, so please forgive me for not doing this correctly. And I know there's some of you that are screaming at me right now, like probably from the top of your lungs, but that's okay. I get it. I would be doing the same thing probably if it was me watching this and I knew what to do. I'm going to take that, I'm going to fold it up to that line where I just put the glue, press it down, just like that. And then I'm going to take this, because I want it to be stuck to the bottom of the bag. So I'm going to take this and turn it right side out. You guys, I used to make some of the most beautiful tote bags. I have one up there that it's kind of buried, but one of these days I'll take it out and I'll show you. I used to sew some gorgeous tote bags and sell them. And I haven't made them in a long time because I just don't sew anymore. Okay. But I will have to show you. I'm not, I did know how to do it. I just don't know how to do it now. Okay. And I can't believe that. You know what? I actually glued this incorrectly. I should have glued it the other way. I did it completely backwards. The whole thing. Oh well. You got the gist of it, and that might be what got me so confused to begin with. Okay, now what's going to happen is this is going to fold down. I just need to figure out how far, because we have our glue line that we have to follow, and our glue goes to right there. So it's going to fold down just like that. Okay? So first things first, I'm going to take this first section here and I'm going to run my bead of glue right across here. You guys, I'm sorry, this is just really, and I shouldn't be doing a tutorial on this if I'm doing it wrong. I really shouldn't be. But this will tell you that you can do things if your mind's not working quite exactly the way you want it to. You can still make it work because that's exactly what's happening to me right now. My mind just is not working the way I want it to, and I'm just gonna go with it. And we'll take this one, same thing, and I'm just going to take that to about right there. And then we're going to do one more fold on each side, like that. And it's going to fold right across these, so I'm going to use that line there to add my glue. And you guys are going to see, this is going to be beautiful. Even though I've done a couple of things a little bit differently than I should have, it's still going to be really cool. So this line is going to go really just kind of above the dots. Okay. And fold it over and whoopsies. And press. because I kind of wanted this little fluffy top to it. And so that's what I've got there. I'm really disappointed in myself for gluing this bag the way that I did. I glued it completely backwards, the inner piece. And I should not have done that, but you can see it's all fluffy on the inside. And you can stash things in this, you know, while you have it hanging or whatever. Okay, so cute, just like that. And I've got another one of these to do, you guys, so maybe what I'll do is I'll do another one and I'll do it exactly correctly. So this one's just going to be my my testing zone. I could have put something like that up at the top. That would have been pretty, just kind of hanging out of there. I didn't even think about that. That would have been fun. Oh well, that's okay. And then this is glued right up to there. Okay, so next, and this is, honestly, you guys, this is just my brain working the way it works these days. It's just not. I'm just too caught up in so many things right now that I just can't think straight. And I'm terribly sorry for that. My apologies. We've got these, and I don't know what I'm going to use yet, so you guys, I'm just kind of playing around here. Probably going to be more like this, where I just have, you know, a little piece kind of going across the front of it is what I'd like to do. Let me see. I've also got some of this lace. And that would be very pretty going across the top of this. And I've got enough that I could go around the whole bag. I think. I'm pretty sure I do. Yes. That looks really, really pretty. Yes, I really like that. Now we do have this that I definitely would like to have down here at the bottom, and it doesn't clash too much because I'm going to go with a little bit of cream colored lace as well, so we'll be okay with that. And I'm going to cut this piece off right here. What I could do is I could just sort of glue that down on the side and do this side and then cut it and do the other side, but I think I'd rather just wrap it all the way around and only have to glue on one end. So that's what I plan to do. And I've got this all backwards too. Look, it's even prettier. Oh my word, you guys. It was pretty on the back side, but it's even prettier on the front. Look at that. So, thank goodness I saw that. Boy, this is when I should probably just give up this video and walk away from it, but I don't do things that way. I keep on going regardless. Just because I know that we make mistakes, we do things screwy sometimes, but you know what? We can make it work in the end. We really, really can. And then this, I'm going to glue these pieces just kind of to wrap around here. Just like that. Okay, and then let's flip it over. And this is going to go like that, and we're going to cut it right about there. So let's take this and just kind of go along this bit here, and I'm just going to go along the whole thing so that I can lay it all down. I want it centered, and this is going to fold right on over the other side. And then we'll just glue these two pieces together. And make it look like one cohesive piece of lace. Just like that. And then we're going to make this side the front, because the overlap is sort of towards the back side, the other side. So we'll make this our front. Now it looks really pretty. And I feel like I want to put like that right in the middle of that. Isn't that gorgeous? So we are going to do that. Let's see, do I want it that way or that way? I think I like it going right up under there. So that's the way that's going to go. Make sure you put enough glue on your pieces, you guys, so that everything's going to stick nicely. I just can't believe I did those things wrong. I'm beside myself with embarrassment right now. And to those of you who say, and I know you will because my husband does it all the time, why is she doing a video if she doesn't even know what she's doing? Well, I do videos because I'm learning with you guys. So I make mistakes in my videos, as does pretty much everybody I watch. I've seen make a mistake here or there. So I'm okay with that. And no one is perfect. And yes, I do videos, I do tutorials, and you know what? I'm okay with a mistake that happens here or there. As long as I can recover from it, which I feel like I recovered from that, I'm okay with it. So, and hopefully you guys will be okay with it too, because you'll see, hey, it's not the end of the world if you make a little mistake. You can fix it. Because what happens is, you know, not everybody knows exactly how to do certain things. And you're going to watch my video and you're going to go along and you're going to decide, oh, I want to make one of these. Can't find Carol's video, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it on memory or whatever. And you know what? You're not always going to remember exactly what I did. And that's okay. I don't know if I'm going to put one of those on the back side or not, because I really just want it on one side. So the back side will be decorated, just not as crazily as the front side will. And then this, I just kind of need to decide how I want that to to sit at the bottom. Do I want to bring it down a little further? I think so. So I want it to hang. I want it to be nice and fringy at the bottom. And I think I only have one of these. Pretty sure. Oh, wait. I actually have two, but I'm going to save this one for the other one. So, that's going to go in my bag with the other stuff. And let's see. Debbie sent me some really beautiful stuff. I have this too, but I don't want to use this on this today. Look at how beautiful that is. It's just a little too pink, too dark pink for this, for what I'm looking to do on this one today, right here, right now. So, I think I'm certain I only have one of those. I know I have one of these corners. I had more of these corner pieces, but I took them out to use them for something else. But I'm thinking I'd like to put that sort of right in the middle of that. So, let's see how we can get this on here and not mess it up. I want to get it centered. I want to lift it just a little bit so that that flower, I've got something that I can grab onto with the glue all the way across. So this is not going to be the easiest, because here I go having glue strings fall down, and I don't want that. So I need to be more careful and glue it from oh, I've got this too, and this, actually, that would be really pretty, going right across the front like that. Or do I want to make it go down the middle? I'm not sure. Let me see, where'd that little corner piece go? Or do I want to put that that way? That looks pretty like that too. And then have this sort of go across there. And then, let's see, what do we have here? We've got that one's a bit big. I need to go with smaller ones. That's so pretty. I can't wait to use this on something, but it's just been too big for most things so far. And that's too bright pink. So, I think these are the flowers we're going to use. And we will use some of this to kind of accentuate that. So let's go ahead. Let's finish putting this on. I want to see what it's going to look like on the back side. Keep my little fringes hanging down. You know, part of me, I think I'm gonna cut this off right there at that flower, because I don't like the way those little fingers look. It looks like a finger popping out of it. So the fingers get cut off. Just like that. And then we'll just take our glue and I'm going to put it like that so that it's really, really stuck on there well. Just like that. And fold it over just like that. Okay. Look at this and see if maybe a piece of this going across the back somewhere would be nice as well. It looks pretty going across the top. Now this would even be pretty to hang the bag from, but it's a little thick, I think, for hanging it. Okay, so do we want this to go this way or this way? Maybe we'll use that on the back. I wish I had more of this, but I don't. This bow looks really pretty on it. Okay, so let's see, how do we want this to go? Well, let's first get this on here. First things first. Okay, and there we go. Very, very pretty. I think that looks gorgeous, you guys. What else is going on this? I'm trying to remember. Oh, a bow. I need to decide sort of how and where the bow is going to go. Look at that. Oh my word. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait on that. So I want to get this on here first. And I'm just debating, do I just want to put a piece of this across the front like this? Or if I was to put it up at the top, I can glue this in there kind of like that. So I'm looking at it, and it kind of ruffles up that ribbon a bit and makes it look more full, and I can still make that show really nicely. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to cut this right in here. And this is going to be the tricky part because this ribbon is sewn in a Z pattern. So to get it to stay together is going to be the hard part. Now this I'm going to fold under, put a little bit of glue there and fold that under. And I'm just going to make these pieces stick to the back side like that. And now if we can just get this side to do the same thing. Like that. Just going to do it like that. And then we're going to take, let's see, I'm going to glue this down a little bit here. Let's see, how much is showing there? That much. And this edge, I think we're going to just flip it over just a little bit because it's a little bit bigger than the other side. So we're going to fold it under like that. And that way, and I think I need another fold. More of kind of a roll there. Okay. And then this piece I'm just going to snip off. Okay. So first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this middle section here, right between the two roses. I'm going to put a nice dollop of glue there. I'm going to tuck it up under that fuzzy fabric, and I'm going to get these out of the way of my glue gun before I end up putting glue all over it. And there, see how we got that to kind of ruffle up? We're going to go along that elastic piece. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to tuck it right up under there. And I'm going to pull it to the end because it is elastic. Okay, and now we'll go to this side, do the same thing. I don't think I'm going to go quite as far down this time though. I think I'm just going to take it a little slower. Even though that other side came out fine, it came out perfect. It's just easier to work with a smaller amount at one time. Okay, and then tuck this section up under there. And there we've got those beautiful roses. Look at that, you guys. Oh my gosh, it came out so pretty. Okay. And then, you know, we could take and we could go with just like a couple of these flowers on the side, and we could put this in there like that and have it just hang down like that, which is absolutely stunning and gorgeous. We could go with a pink one. Oh, that looks really pretty. I really like that. Super pretty. And we've got our sage green. And it always looks pretty to add a splash of another color in there. That looks gorgeous, you guys. Really, really pretty. I mean, I could literally, I would be okay with any one of these that I've already shown. Any one of them. This one I feel is going to be too big. And too pink. Yeah. That's just way too pink. Gorgeous, but way too pink. Now, if this was just going by itself on a bag, it would be beautiful. Or if it was going with other colored flowers, it would be beautiful. But it's just too big for this one. The other thing that I've got, let's don't forget, is I do have this flower. If I went with this one, I could add a teal flower or a teal and a pink. But I think I'm going to save these for another one. I want to use these two pink flowers. My heart is set on it now, just to decide on, do we want this pink bow or do we want the cream bow? And I like the thought of the cream bow because it kind of goes with everything else in the background of this. And look at that. It's just gorgeous. This would be a pretty bag for a bride to carry, you know, at their reception. Wouldn't that be gorgeous? And I have sold some of these pouches for that reason as bride's bags for their wedding. Look at that. That's pretty. Not really necessary to have those. I'm wondering if I put one of those. No, I don't think it's necessary there either. Or we could even take this if we wanted to. Well, we could, let me show this one too, just because. We could use this bow as well. It's a smaller bow. It doesn't cover so much up, but look at it, gets lost in there. So that is a definite no-go for me. We could have gone with no bow and just done something like this. I'm just trying to give you guys some other ideas if you are considering doing something like this. Different things you can do. You don't have to have big, huge bows and stuff like that. You can take and put something pretty like other embellishments to enhance your flowers, you know, and just make them gorgeous. So, or we could go in the center here and just do it like that. It looks very pretty in the center. I could go with either center or off to the side. I tend to be more one that likes things kind of kitty-cornered and off to the side. That's kind of the way I tend to do things. We could put this up in the upper corner like that, but then I'm hiding all that beautiful lace and I don't want to do that. So I believe that this is what I want to go for. I think this flower's just a tad too big. I've got this one too. That one's very pretty. That one looks really pretty. This is like a flatter style rose, or like a peony flower. Isn't that pretty? And I could even take something like this and pop it out up here or down here, just to kind of enhance that whole thing a little bit. Don't really need it. So let me decide, do we want these two flowers? I think those are more the same size. I think that works for me. And I think I gotta try the pink bow again one more time. No, we're going cream. We're definitely going with the cream bow. Just like that. Okay, so this is a barrette. So I'm wondering though, no, I've got to take this off of here. So let me go to my blow dryer and remove this barrette from the back of this, and I'll be right back. Okie doke, that took about 2 seconds. And I've still got sticky glue on the back of this, so I'm going to lay this exactly where I want it and press it down. And I will add a couple of little dots more. Yeah, I'm going to need to definitely add this. I guess it wasn't as wet as I thought it was still. Look at that bow. I mean, isn't that just gorgeous the way they did that? It's beautiful. Okay, and then we're gonna pop this one, which doesn't even have a bottom to it. I don't put bottoms on them until I decide I'm gonna sell them, you guys, because generally I'm gonna be putting them on something like this, and it doesn't have to have a bottom. It's not necessary. Nobody's going to see that. And then I'm going to cut this little bit of tail off of this one. And make sure I have enough glue in there that when I press it down, I'm pressing the bottom of this back together again too, so that the flower doesn't come apart, just like I did the other one. There we go. Look at that. Oh, so beautiful. And then let's see. I'm looking to see if I have a pretty something. That's just a little too dark for me. I've got this beauty, and this has actually got a pin on it. So this is a brooch that would be very gorgeous. Just placed off to the side or something. I don't know. It's not doing it for me, you guys. Got that. I mean, something like this would have been pretty right there, too. I didn't even think about that, having a brooch pin right there. That's pretty. That kind of works. That looks very pretty right there. I think I'm going to add that. And this is a brooch. So I'm going to pin it on. I'm not going to glue it on. So let me just grab hold of this. Get it through all the layers. And hook it. I don't know if I got it in the exact direction that I was trying to. No, I didn't. Unpin. Okay, so I want it to go a little more downward, like maybe there. Yes. There we go. That's how I wanted it. There we go. We've got that beautiful, beautiful brooch on there. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? You guys are not going to believe how pretty this is in person. I mean, it is gorgeous. I want to see if maybe I want to put this coming out the other side. That looks beautiful. Gorgeous. It looks beautiful on this side too. On this side it can kind of come off the bag a little bit. That looks very pretty. Kind of have it come up and join that a little bit. I think I like it on this side. Oops, I did not want to put glue on that one end there. Oh well. That's okay, we'll just let it sit out and dry and not touch the bag. And then get some of this inner part here. There we go. Woohoo! I'm so happy, you guys. I'm so happy. It's amazing when something finally comes together and you feel like, okay, I got this, I did it, and it's exactly what you want. You just get happy. Nothing makes me happier than having a piece that just comes out the way I hoped it would. This is a pretty brooch too. And I'm just looking right now to see if there's anything else. I've got this beautiful little angel. I would like to start doing something like putting an angel on everything I do, or a butterfly or something in all of my pieces, just hiding them somewhere in, you know, within it, or not even to necessarily make it apparent that it's there, but just to put them there because I love them so much. Okay, I'm just looking through my stuff, you guys, trying to see if I have anything else. I've got this beautiful brooch, which would be pretty right there. It's not it doesn't have its pin anymore though, because I cut it off. And I have another brooch around here somewhere, but I don't know where I put it. It's very pretty. I may have actually used it, I think. I think maybe I did. Because I don't think I've seen it around for a while. I think I did use it. Never mind. Look at that pretty butterfly. It's a little too dark for this one, but it is very pretty. I love this butterfly. It came out so beautiful. It's pinks and blacks. I love it. I have that butterfly. But nope, I don't like it. I do, however, like this in there. I think that kind of offsets it just perfectly. I just don't know how well that's going to hold without being sewn on to the piece. You know, the other thing that I have, you guys, I'm not going to put it on this today because I have to kind of work with it. I have these pins here that have like the bits where you can hang things from them. But I've got a bunch of really pretty ones in here that I could use, you know, for different things. I've got these. I mean, those are not pins, but yeah, I've got a whole bunch of different things that I could use, but I do have these pins that I keep forgetting about. And then I also have some brooch pins here. I could technically add one to the back of this, but I just think this is too heavy for this pin. That pin is not made for that kind of a heavy brooch. I am going to, this centerpiece on this is like thick, 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 and this is a metal brooch. It's not one that's coming apart easily, so I wanted to cut that extra little piece off of it. Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot, you guys. We're gonna go ahead and we are gonna glue this right in there because we can, and I hope somebody buys this and uses it and enjoys it, and if they don't, within a certain amount of time, I am going to use it and enjoy it and put it in my space because I think it is gorgeous. Let's see. I just want to look at this and see if I need to put a little more color in here. Let's put that up there. Now you see I covered up that corner piece right here. Do you see that? That's the kind of thing I tend to do. I don't mean to. It just happens. As I go along, I add and it just happens, you guys. And to those of you that drives crazy, I'm sorry. I just do that, and I don't mean to. But sometimes you just can't help it. That looks very pretty on there. that just adds that little bit of that mauve-y color in there. I really like it. I really, really do. I don't have to put a ton of it in there. I could just put a couple of little pieces popping out. I'm just going to cut one of these little pieces out of here, and I'm going to see what happens. Pop that one in there like that. And that's awfully small. So we're going to try another piece here for the other side. No. There's no sequins on this side. It's bugging me. I don't like that. So this piece has sequins on it. So I'm going to cut a little bit of that off. And I'll just put that section there. There we go, just two little small pieces like that, right? I don't want too much of it. I don't want to overwhelm the piece. But I do like having a little bit of that just kind of popping out of there. I think it looks very nice. And it's not covering up everything else. Okay, so this one, we want to see those, both of those flowers somewhat. There, just like that. That's it. Done. Fini. Okay, now we've got to figure out the strap for this. And I think what I decided I'm going to do is take a piece of this and I'm going to glue it to the inside here. And I'm going to use some B7000 and some hot glue here. So a nice dollop of that and a good bit of hot glue on there. Right like that. And then I want to put some on the other side of that. And squeeze. We're just going to squeeze that together just like that. And we're not going to make this a super long strap. It's just going to be somewhat short. Let's go. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hot glue there and press that in. And I think I'm just going to use the hot glue because I think that's going to be sufficient because this is fabric. And squeeze. And that's what we've got. I think this looks so cute, you guys. I'm super excited. I don't know if you are, but I am. Even after all my mess ups and all that good stuff, I love it. I think it's gorgeous. And no, it's not completely perfectly made because I made some boo-boos. But I think I recovered from them nicely. And I'm happy. So that is it. We've got our little fringes here. And I will do a video for you guys so that you can see it hanging. And see exactly what it, what it really looks like, top to bottom in a nice hanging fashion. So I will show it to you guys. Maybe I'll even take a movement picture so you can see it kind of moving around in the wind. So anyway, that's it, you guys. I thank you all for watching. I hope you will give it a like and a comment and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and share this for your friends and family to view. This one might be a little embarrassing, but you know what? I'm okay. I made mistakes. It's all right. We all do it. But anyway, I think it's awfully pretty, and it's a beautiful, beautiful statement piece, wall hanging, whatever you want to do with it. It's gorgeous. The back side is very simple. I kind of feel like I should probably put something sort of in the middle of the back side. Not that. I just don't know. I mean, I could take and just put a big flower, but that looks out of place to me. I could put, yeah, see, even those look out of place. They don't look right. I could take this bow and I could put that on the back, but even that, it just doesn't, it doesn't seem like the right thing for that. I may look around and see if there's something else that I could put in there. I could add something like that, but it's way too pink. It just doesn't look right. I've got this little piece. It fits in there, but nah, I just don't think it's quite right. Actually, like that, it looks pretty darn good. I just, right there, it fits. It goes right in between these flowers here, and it actually looks pretty good, I gotta say. I don't know. I'm going to think about this one a little bit. But for now, I'm going to leave that alone. And if I end up leaving it the way it is, that's fine, because if it's hanging on a wall, it's going to hang in this direction anyway, and nobody's going to see that back side. If you decide to carry it around and show it off, then yeah, you might want something on that back side. So I'll be checking into that. I'll see what I can do. And when I take pictures, I will show you the back side as well. Okay, you guys, so stay safe, stay well, be kind. Remember that quote that I read to you guys. I think that is one of the best quotes I've ever read. And you know, just be well, you guys. Give me your prayers. I'm still dealing with my whole thing, and I'm not handling it very well because I'm not taking care of things the way I should be. And I don't know what's wrong with me, why I'm not doing it, but I'm not. And I know that I need to get these biopsies done, and I have not got that in order yet. And it just feels like, you know, little things keep dropping in my lap that keep setting me back and making me question what I need to do and all of that stuff. So I'm doing nothing. So anyway, you guys, give me those prayers. Pray for strength so that I can make these decisions and get things taken care of. And I will be back with another video. I hope you liked this one. Again, please give me your comments and your thumbs ups. I really greatly appreciate it. The channel needs it. That's how we grow. and that's how I get YouTube to put my videos out there. We definitely need your help there. So thanks a lot, you guys. I love you all, and God bless, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.